That's not all that's new this year. The zoo has a brand new exhibit that just opened today.
It's called Creatures of Habitat, and it features animals from all over the world that are endangered or have threatened habitats.
But this is no ordinary exhibit. We guarantee these birds, reptiles, and mammals are unlike anything you've ever seen before. There's a harlequin frog and a Humboldt penguin, Micronesian kingfishers, and golden lion tamarins, a giant polar bear, and a Bornean orangutan.
Make a monkey face.
But instead of fur, feathers, or skin, that's right, Legos. Hundreds of thousands of Legos.
Whoa! Yeah, it is Lego.
We see the Lego brick sculptures as a way to really engage kids. I mean, it's just something that immediately they're attracted to, and that will sort of open up their minds and open up their interests in a way that we hope will get them involved in conservation and preservation of habitats and species.
Look at the alligators. Whoa.
The goal is to inspire children into action. In the Rare Animal Conservation Center, a 3-part Lego diorama shows what happens when a Borneo rainforest is chopped down to make way for a palm tree plantation. In the first scene, the rainforest is healthy and full of animal life.
And then those red things, those are actually bats.
In the second scene, the rainforest is nearly gone. Just one lonely bird remains, and there is even a little Lego man with a chainsaw.
He's near that big tree with the vines. He's gonna cut that down.
In the third diorama, the rainforest is being replanted, the animal's habitat restored. The zoo hopes the experience will make visitors think twice about buying products with palm oil.
You may be able to find a snack or a detergent that doesn't use palm oil, and thus you yourself can have an impact on the future of these species.
Outside the McNeil Avian Center, a Lego brown tree snake is the villain in the story of how Micronesian kingfishers became extinct in the wild.
We also have predators around us which can impact our native wildlife. And the simplest thing people can do if you have a pet cat is to keep your cat indoors.
And that giant polar bear on a disappearing piece of ice, he represents the theory of global warming.
Whoever did it is very good.
My name is Sean Kenney, and I'm a Lego certified professional.
One of just 9 certified Lego artists in the world. All day, every day, he works with Lego bricks in his Long Island City studio.
Polar bear took a lot of time. It took over 1,000 hours together, me and 7 other people working together on it all day long, all night long, all weekends.
8 feet long and weighing about 300 pounds, the bear is true to life size. And it's made of 95,000 Lego bricks.
Spent a whole day just on one eye. Because you have to build it, and then you take it apart and rebuild it, and I want the expression to be just right.
The zoo commissioned Kenney to do 30 sculptures in all. When we visited his studio in late January, he was fretting over the design of a monkey.
Because I want him to look the way the monkey really looks. I want his expression to be the way the monkey really expresses himself. I want, you know, his fur to fall the way the monkey's fur really falls, which is really tricky to do with big chunky pieces.
Kenney will tell you he's been a Lego artist all his life.
I have photos of me from when I was, you know, probably still in diapers playing with Lego toys as a baby.
After growing up, going to college, and taking a desk job as a computer scientist, he decided Lego toys were his true calling.
And so I hung up my tie and decided I'm just gonna play with Lego toys for a living.
That was 5 years ago. Since then, he's done commissions for major corporations all over the world. But the Philadelphia Zoo project has been his most challenging. With just 5 months to design and build, he hired other artists to help, but none had experience in the Lego medium.
It's not like I could just put an ad out in the newspaper and say, hey, I'm looking for some artists who want to play with these things all day long. I would get every 12-year-old in New York City calling me up.
Lego building may sound like child's play, but it is in fact a painstaking process. Kenney starts with photos and drawings of the real animal, and then builds and unbuilds and rebuilds until he gets it just right. And that is just for the prototype.
So I've actually built another one, and I use glue. And I put glue down in between each piece, one by one. Right? No cheating, the pieces all connect just like they did in my first one.
The polar bear was the exception. With so many bricks and so little time, they built just one version.
What you don't see is what's underneath his skin. There's a steel armature, like a skeleton underneath, that holds him up. And we can put him in the back of a truck and drive him down the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway and through the potholes, and we know he's not going to break.
The polar bear did, in fact, arrive intact and was freed from its crate on a cold and rainy day last week.
Isn't he a cutie?
He soon took his place in a lake where his job, along with the other Lego sculptures, is to charm and wow visitors through the exhibit's end on October 31st.
It's like a magnet. I mean, they just love it. In fact, even the minute we uncrated some of these boxes and started setting these up, one of the kids turned around and was just like, whoa, that's all Legos. And he just kind of like started looking at it and walking towards it.
Each of the Lego animals has a trading card, so you can collect these. That's not bad. Just like you would baseball cards, and they contain stats on the animal's hometown or habitat, its arch enemy, and favorite food.
And then on the other side, there are conservation tips, what the kids and their families can do to protect that species or habitat.
And if you want to test your own Lego building skills, Sean Kenney will be here for a few weekends this summer holding Lego building workshops. You can find out the dates by going to the zoo's website.
And when we come back, you'll learn a lot more about this little creature, the Lego Tamarin. Not Matt, you're petting him too.
Very nice.
And we'll also have more in a gala event celebrating the heroes and heroines of conservation.
Don't go away, and you too.
He likes it.
6 ABC's Going Wild is sponsored by your local Tri-State Toyota dealers. See your Toyota dealers today.